Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the NBA slate on DraftKings for Tuesday, October the 23rd. We just have a 3-game slate for this Tuesday, so got a quick video for you guys today. But I'm still going to go through each position, talk about some of my favorite plays on this 3-game slate, and of course I will give my 5 core plays. These are 5 guys I expect to have a lot of exposure to across all the lineups I play. So let's go ahead and get started. Just before we do get started though, guys, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video. Really means a lot. Also, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would appreciate you clicking that subscribe button so that way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. And I want to let you guys know my Week 8 NFL video will be up today on Tuesday. It might be up by the time you're watching this, so if you want to check that out, if you're going to be playing NFL DFS on Sunday for Week 8, then I would appreciate it if you would check that video out. But let's go ahead and look at point guard for today. Do have Ben Simmons up top here, who is questionable for today, and this is a big injury we have to watch. If Ben Simmons is out, that's gonna really just change the whole slate. Right now, he's listed as questionable. He exited Saturday's game against Orlando with tightness in his back. He was held out of Monday's practice, so he didn't practice Monday after he left the game Saturday. So with that, I feel like Ben Simmons probably does not play today. So that's going to open up some value at point guard. And we'll just go ahead and talk about the value play. It's TJ McConnell. He's going to be a really popular play today if Simmons is out. But for good reason. McConnell could be looking at 25 to 30 minutes here. Should be starting for Simmons, and he's just going to get a lot of good run. I know one game last year when Simmons was out, TJ McConnell triple-doubled, and he put up like 50 DraftKings points. I'm not saying that's going to happen today, but if Simmons is out, McConnell could easily play 30 minutes and get 30, 35 DraftKings points. And if he does that at 3,800, that's going to be value that's really hard to pass up. I'm not a guy that totally locks in players, but even if I was max entering today and Ben Simmons is out, I might just lock in TJ McConnell in every single lineup. Just too good of a value. It seems like it's gonna be pretty hard for him to bust today if Simmons can't play. So I love McConnell, but make sure you're keeping up with injury news. Don't just lock him in. We got to track the Ben Simmons injury throughout the day and see if Simmons plays or if he's out for this game. But then the next most expensive point guard is Drew Holiday. And I do like Drew Holiday here. I would much rather have him over De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox at 7,100 is not a price tag I really want to pay. Even though Fox has been playing great this year, I would much rather have Drew Holiday at 7,400. But I do really like Elfrid Payton at 6,400. I think Elfrid Payton, a really good play here. This guy's just really good when it comes to fantasy, especially when he gets minutes. He's pretty good, just like point per minute. 37 minutes against Houston. He put up 43 DraftKings points. He only played 24 minutes against Sacramento because the game kind of blew out. The Pelicans won by 20 points. And he still put up 29 DK points in 24 minutes. I expect this game against the Clippers to be remotely competitive, at least competitive enough to where Payton has to play his full minutes. If that is the case, he should easily be able to pay off. This $6,400 price tag has a lot of upside to really crush value on this price. So I love Payton at 6,400. Him and McConnell, as long as Simmons is out, are by far my 2 favorite point guards on this slate. Obviously, I really like Drew Holiday, and that's really probably all I'm going to go. Mostly McConnell, Payton, Holiday, maybe Markelle Fultz as well. I don't mind Fultz at 4,900. If Simmons is out, I expect Markelle Fultz to have to handle the ball a little bit more. Him and McConnell will probably be playing a lot of point guard. So I do like Fultz at 4,900. He could be a cheap value play you consider. But that's really it for point guard on this 3-gamer. So let's go ahead and look at shooting guard. We'll talk about the plays I haven't already mentioned. So Gary Harris at 6,500 is in play for me today. We know Will Barton's going to be out for about 4 to 6 weeks, I believe. 5 to 6 weeks, yeah, that's what it is. So Barton's going to be out for a while. Gary Harris should pick up some additional usage with Barton out. Should pick up more ball handling opportunity, I should say. And we know this is just a guy that's pretty consistent. He's going to return value pretty much every night. He's going to play a lot of minutes. Jamal Murray's questionable for this game as well. I don't think Murray sits today. I expect Murray to play. But if Murray's out, that should open up even more opportunity for Gary Harris. 6,500. Don't mind him if you want to go there. But shooting guard today is overall a gross position. In this position, I should say, I'll probably be playing mostly like Drew Holiday, Gary Harris, and Markelle Fultz. McConnell, you can play at shooting guard, I believe. I like him at shooting guard if you want to plug him in here. Mons Shumpert played really well in their last game for the Kings. He started in that game, played 30 minutes against OKC, and put up 46 DraftKings points. I think that's a bit of an outlier. I would probably fade a Mons Shumpert today, even if he does start again. I don't expect a 46-point game from Mons Shumpert, much less even 25-30. So at 4,200, probably going to shy away there. I don't really like any value at shooting guard besides the guys I've already talked about. Maybe Etuan Moore, just because he plays a lot of minutes, but you never really know what you're going to get from Etuan Moore. He is 4,200 though. He's pretty cheap. But that's it for shooting guard. Let's go ahead and look at small forward. Another position where I don't love a ton of plays here, but the guys up top I think are definitely in play. So Nikola Mirotic I want to touch on. This dude's been absolutely insane this year for the Pelicans. Been very efficient through 2 games with the Pelicans. 51 and 52 DraftKings points. He's put up 30 and 36 points through those 2 games. Been shooting the ball really well. Shot 55%. That first game against Houston, shot 66%. Against Sacramento, he's been shooting really well from 3, 75%. First game, 55%. In the second game, Mirotic is 7,200. I don't mind that price here against the Clippers. I think he is definitely in play at small forward or power forward if you want to plug him in at either position. It'd probably be my favorite play at this position. I'd play him over Tobias Harris. Probably go with him over Gallinari. But like cheaper plays, you got guys down here that play a lot of minutes like Robert Covington. You never know what you're going to get from Covington, but this guy's going to be on the floor a ton. If it's a competitive game, he's going to play 35, close to 40 minutes. Like I said, you never know what you're going to get. Could get you 20 DraftKings points, could get you 35, 40. But at 5,500 as a cheaper option at this position, don't mind him. But the value play I really like is Nemanja Bjelica. He's only 4,600. Did start last game for the Kings. I believe he started all 3 games this year for the Kings. Did have that one game against the Pelicans where he just really struggled. But last game against OKC, he started and played 31 minutes, put up 32 DraftKings points. Started the season opener against the Jazz, played 27 minutes, and put up 34 DraftKings points. As long as we can confirm that Bjelica is going to start again, he should continue to get big minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. And at 4,600, definitely a value play. I do like if you want to go to him. He's for sure going to be a guy I have a lot of exposure to if I'm trying to go cheap at this position. But I think that's it for small forward. Let's go over power forward now. You do have Anthony Davis and Blake Griffin up top at this position. And Anthony Davis for sure in play for me on this slate. Even though he's really expensive, I definitely like AD here. Dude's just an animal, a guy you can play pretty much every slate as long as the price isn't too crazy, and it's definitely not on this slate. Only 11.4. If Ben Simmons is out, that's going to open up a lot of value to where we should be able to fit Anthony Davis in. So really like him here. This Clippers team doesn't really have anybody that can defend him. They don't have DeAndre Jordan anymore. So this should be a smash spot for AD. I really like him at 11.4, but when we do get to center, I think there are some other center plays that are definitely in play. But obviously, really like AD. Blake Griffin as well, a guy I think is definitely in play, especially if Andre Drummond misses today. If we quickly look at Andre Drummond, his news down here, he did not participate in Monday's practice due to the flu. Questionable to play in Tuesday's game against the Sixers, so if Andre Drummond is out, should be looking at some more opportunity for Blake Griffin, more usage for Blake Griffin. And in 9K against the Sixers, I do like him. He's probably one of my favorite overall plays on this slate if Drummond misses. But I think Drummond is going to play today. I just have a feeling he's going to play. But obviously we got to wait on that news. If he's out, then Blake Griffin at 9K. I definitely want to lock that up. But other power forwards we could consider. I don't love a lot of the mid-tier plays. Like if I'm going to this mid-range, 7 to 6K range, probably just play Mirotic here. But Randall, I'll have some exposure to. I'll probably have some exposure to Paul Millsap as well, but those aren't core plays for me. I mentioned Covington at 5,500, who you can play, and I think that's really it for power forward. It's a gross position besides the top guys. So let's go ahead and move on to center. I forgot to mention you can play Bjelica at power forward if you want to do that. But center, this is another loaded position up top. You obviously have AD here. Joel Embiid, a great play today. As long as Ben Simmons is out, I'm going to be loading up on Joel Embiid. I expect him to pick up a little bit more usage with Ben Simmons possibly missing this game. Just a lot of opportunity for Joel Embiid. Even when Simmons plays, Joel Embiid's just a monster. 44, 60, 52 DraftKings points. Through 3 games this year, he's playing big minutes, putting up a ton of shots, grabbing rebounds. pretty much a lock to get you a double-double. Just the guy has a ton of upside. Against the Pistons, I don't expect anyone on that team to be able to stop him, especially if Drummond is out. Joel Embiid should just absolutely feast. So one of my favorite center plays on this slate, and one of my favorite plays overall. And I also really like Jokic as well. Jokic is $700 cheaper. If I had to choose between the two, between Embiid and Jokic, I'd probably go Embiid if Ben Simmons is out. If Ben Simmons plays, I think you take the savings and roll with Jokic. This is a great spot for Jokic against the Kings. This Kings team really doesn't have any big men that could stop Jokic. We saw the kind of upside this guy has. Saw it against Phoenix. 31 minutes, put up 82 DraftKings points, 35 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. You got a center that can get you a triple-double, which rarely happens. Jokic is that guy, though. The dude just has so much upside. This is a great spot for him. And I love going with Embiid and Jokic in some lineups today. If I can go Embiid, Jokic, and Anthony Davis, I'll try and do that, but that's going to be pretty hard. I'd pretty much have to punt every single position. But yeah, mostly Embiid, Jokic. Going to have in a lot of lineups, maybe some Embiid, Davis, maybe some Davis, Jokic. Just those top three guys are all definitely in play for me on this slate. But if you want to go cheaper at center, there are some plays you could consider. You do have Willie Cauley-Stein at $5,900, who seems a bit underpriced. Even though I don't love this matchup, you could still consider WCS here. You don't really know what you're going to get from him when it comes to minutes. You know if he plays the minutes, he's going to produce. Even in 26 minutes against the Pelicans, 29 DK points, 22 minutes against OKC, 26 DK points. If he gets you 30 minutes, if you get 30 minutes from WCS, he's going to pay off this price tag. And as long as this game is competitive, he should probably get 30 minutes. So I do like Willie Cauley-Stein at $5,900, sort of a cheaper play you could go to at center. But that's really it for center for me. I don't love the value here. I'm probably just going to try and pay up at this position. There is a value play. If Drummond's out, then you do have Zaza Pachulia at $3,800, who will probably be another really good value. But that Drummond news we're going to have to wait on. Don't know if he's going to play or not. So I think that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, and hopefully this video did help you. If you enjoyed the video, just make sure you click that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Also make sure you subscribe down below. I would really appreciate that. Make sure you turn on notifications so that way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck tonight on this Tuesday slate. Peace.